So this weekend I tried out the new Sky Striker deck. I ended up getting just a few boxes. I ended up pulling mostly what I needed. Still need one more engage. However, the deck went fairly well. Saturday I went 3-1, and then Sunday I went 2-1-1. So once I get the last engage, I'll be a lot more consistent. But still did fairly well for what I did. So basic build, 3-ray. One of your best cards you can have. There's a big debate that was cleared up is because of the typing error, that it's a colon instead of a semicolon. So if it was a colon, it wouldn't be cost to attribute itself. Or they resolved that it was just a printing error, so semicolon. So this monster you tag out, during your player's turn, lets you tag out into the Exceed monsters, Ray and Kagari. Also, whenever they leave the field by card effect or destroyed by battle, lets you special summon Ray. Both are hard once per turns, but still a pretty good card. Lets you add cards and then from your graveyard to your hand during your opponent's turn if he needs it, and also can help put a wall up if you need to. I played 3 Droll. I still expect people be adding a lot to hand. Spirals with this resurgence. Pretty much the best card I could have against them to add anything. Also hits the Nightmares, the Gokis, Trickstar, 2 crushes, and then even hits True Draco a lot. So most people didn't expect me to main this, so they were all pretty surprised, and it came up very valuable, helped me win a ton of games. Double Ghost Ogre. Sometimes ABC is still kind of relevant. So the field spell Urianhai lets them get an ad, but sometimes just getting rid of it when it's first tried to equip. And then I hit a multi-roll and comboed it with Call by the Rave with this to hit an ABC Dragon Buster, hit it, and then Call by the Grave, so they got nothing out of that. It was a pretty good combo. I sided out a lot because it's not as relevant as it needs to be. Only 2 Ash. Since I'm playing Droll, which is better stopping card, I feel right now, I only played 2, just in case I was playing a mirror match. Helps hit the tune table content sometimes, if that's what you're going for, and then the engage is pretty good too. I had a couple people special summon from deck. Guy played Reasoning. I was able to hit that. Hit 1 Foolish Burial Goods and then 1 Foolish Burial. And then the engine. Star Strike Engage, the best card. I was able to get 2 of these off my boxes. I still need to pick up 1 more. Hoping it drops a little bit more and then I might just end up buying it. Don't know. People said the ratios are crazy about the boxes. I was able to pull 2 and 4. 4 boxes, pull 2 of these, so that's pretty decent. A guy pulled 3 in 1 box in front of me. That's pretty nuts. A guy got 5 boxes, got none of these. So, the best search, so it's the +1. And you add the card, and then if you have 3 or more, you draw a card. So all these people got to keep in mind is that you cannot have any monsters in your main monster zone to activate these. I saw a couple of duels where I was done and I was watching other people play that they were activating Engage when they had activated Widow Anchor to steal your opponent's monster, or they had Ray on the field. Their monster died, they had Ray on the field, or their opponent took Ray with their Widow Anchor and put they got it back, and then they were stuck with the monster in the middle, and they kept activating it. So, big thing is you gotta read your opponent's cards, right? That's a big thing. Here we go. Triple Widowmaker. Since I'm playing pretty much the pure build, Widowmaker, besides Engage, I'd say the most relevant card. Card spiking in price for a reason, because it's good. People topping with 2, but everyone who's topped, I've seen the videos say that they would play 3 in a heartbeat. They just couldn't pick up one because people aren't selling them. So you see on eBay there's like 22 Engages, but there's only like 6 Widowmakers. It's been a pretty nice price spike. However, it's the first weekend, so a lot of people are just holding on to see what they can get for them. Just like almost like every pre-release where the prices are crazy. And then when people get further ratios, whether what's short print, what's crazy short print, people are playing 2 to 3 of those. I play 3 just because it helps you negate, and then if you have 3 or more, you steal. 3 Hornet Drones. So what's relevant about these is, of course, just like any other of the Sky Striker cards, all of them, you can control normal monsters in your main monster zone. You're supposed to summon 1 token. So it's a level 1, dark, 0 attack, 0 defense. It special summons in defense position. So I saw a couple people trying to special summon attack and then attack with the 15. You can't do that. Helps you link out when you don't have Ray or a way to get to Ray. Just start getting your pluses. And it helps with people defend, when you're either getting mid-game low on resources, or you need to stop the 1 attack so you can get your turn going. Card's good. Big thing about these, so if you're going for different plays, if you're going for plus, you can Widowmaker and then chain the Hornet Drone. So the only thing you really need for all these is to have none. As long as you meet that condition, you can chain them off each other to activate. So I would definitely Widowmaker, made the token, and then linked up with their monsters and the token. I made a boar load. Sat on a boar load when I was 8 or 9 turns deep in, and I ran out pretty much everything. I'm going to play 1 Jamming Wave and 2 Afterburners. So the reason I only play 1 Jamming Wave is because you have to target a set spell or trap, and then this one you target a monster, so they both target. However, if your opponent doesn't have any set spells or traps, right, or they activated them during the standby phase, this makes this pretty irrelevant. That's why I only play 1 of those. 2 Afterburners, your opponent's always going to have a monster. Most likely always going to have a monster on board. And then they both have the opposite effect. So if you have 3 or more engraved with the Afterburner, you target the monster, you destroy it, and if you do, destroy a spell. The second part does not target, the first part does for both these. This one you target a set spell, so it has to be set. Destroy it. And then if you do, and if you have 3 or more spell cards in your graveyard, destroy 1 monster in the field. So this one targets a monster, this one targets a spell, this one will get rid of a spell or trap, does not target the second part, this one will get a monster and not targeting. And then if I really need to recur the monster, I usually just end up adding it. So per turn I was able to add the same card up to 3 different times. Different combos. I played 2 multi-roll. So the reason I played 2 is this is probably one of your best resources to get back your Widowmaker and your drones and Engage and Afterburner, or the Jamming Wave if you really need it sometimes. So I'd activate the Widowmaker on their turn, if I'm trying to push for some damage on mine. And then when you activated it, at the end phase, you get to set up as many as you activate while this is face up on the field. So this card really combos well with the field spell, I feel. If you have this in the field spell, or a way to get to the field spell, It does really well because the first part of the effect is to target one card in the field, send it to the graveyard. When you control, it's not the cost. Is to target one card you control. Is the cost. Send it to the graveyard. Your opponent can activate any cards or effects to respond to your spell card's activation for the rest of the turn, even if this leaves the field. So as long as you pay the cost, target, and then send, your opponent can't respond to any of your, obviously any of your Sky Strikers, but also if you're playing any other engines with spells, so you can't respond to Terraformings, can't respond to Twin Twisters, can't respond to Foolish Barrel Goods, Elemental Fusion, can't respond to anything, so it has to wait till they resolve, and then your opponent can do something. So helps dodge Ash, helps dodge Ogre. For some things, it's pretty good in that. Helps dodge Solemn Judgment. Though I played 2 Terraforming. So I've only played 2 because I play 3 of the field spell for now. I'm probably going to take it down to 2 as soon as I pick up the 3rd engage. So you activate Terraforming, you get the area, the field spell. So the field spell lets you target one other card you control, excavate the top 3 of your deck, and if you do, add one excavated Sky Striker from your hand. Also shuffle the rest of your deck. So you look at the 3 cards. If one of them is a Sky Striker, you can add it back to your hand. And then if you add it by that effect, you send the card to the grave. So if you end up opening up 2 of these and 1 Terraforming, instead of searching the 3rd one, a good play is to activate the 2 of them. So puts 1 in spell, 1 in your grave, and then set the Terraforming, target it, excavate, see if you can just get rid of it. Because I'll put a spell in grave and then maybe add 1 to your hand. So I plan on playing 2 and 2, but now I'm playing 3 because I don't have another engage. Also combos very well with multi-rule. So use the effect of multi-rule to send this to the graveyard. So now your opponent can't respond to any of your card effects. And then when this leaves the field by a card effect, it goes to your graveyard. You can special summon Ray. So it lets you automatically go into your Ray plays, and then you can't respond to any of the spell cards that were activated. I only play the one-ofs, Shark Cannon, Eagle Booster. Some people in the equip card, I might, but I feel like it's very situational. Shark Cannon is good because it can banish a card from your opponent's graveyard, and then if you have 3 or more, it lets you steal it. Unlike Widow Anchor, where you can't, where you negate its effects, so you can't use its effects. So if you steal a Mechaba, it's negated, you can't use Mechaba's effect. This, it steals a monster from your opponent's graveyard, and then that's permanent. You don't give it back. It can't attack, but you can use the effect. So if you steal a Mechaba from grave, if you steal a Crystal Wing from grave, if you steal a Kakari from grave, if you steal a Link Monster from grave, and then you keep it, you can't attack, but you can get started and get off plays. I actually end up using this twice in one turn, banishing my opponent's rays twice. So I banished 2 different rays. And then I set it off a multi-roll. His standby phase, activate another one, got rid of the 3rd ray, so he couldn't get any more plays off with Ray, so he was stuck with Eagle Booster if he had it. Or he was locked out of his extra deck, pretty much, with that card. Eagle Booster came in a couple times when I wanted to either push for damage or make sure my plays get off if I didn't activate multi-rules, rules effect. Makes the card unaffected by anything, so that's one thing. It's a quick play. And then if you have 3 or more, it can't be destroyed by battle. So it's like 1 turn protection. All around protection. 3 Call by the Grave. Had to play it just because I had Drone Lockbird hurts in this deck pretty hard. So this helps get rid of Drone Lockbird. I used it, like I said, one ABC Buster Dragon, and then he was stuck with pretty much no cards on field. Blank field I was able to attack into. Hits a couple copies of different cards, like I was able to hit the True Draco. He already had a Dynamite Knight in grave. I was able to banish that one to negate the effect of the Dynamite Knight when I activated a Raigeki. So that was good. And then that was pretty much it. Call by the Waves is good. This format, main 3, adds a different spell. I main 2 Mind Control. Again, a different video when the guy had the Cyber Dragon Infinity and he chose to negate something else. I activated that, I took it, and then I stole his Denko Sekka. So Mind Control is really good. Targets is not a once per turn. Can't attack, but you can link it off, and then you could also use your field spell, Area 0, and then multi-rule to get advantage off your opponent's cards and send to the grave. And then mid or late game, you can just link it off if you're out of cards. 2 Twin Twister. I have the one Afterburner, but this card so relevant. Gets rid of 2 cards. So I've drawn 2 Twin Twisters and felt perfectly fine with activating one, ditching the other, putting 2 spells in my grave. And then, like I said, if you have the multi-rule already off, let's say you drew one off of Engage, and your opponent still had 2 back row, you can just get rid of it. 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Solemn Warning. Upstart, not Solemn Warning. So, Upstart, played 40 cards, made it 39, put 1 in grave. Raigeki, don't really have many board wipes, so Raigeki is one of those. And then Solemn Warning. Came in handy a couple times. I Solemned a Ray. Solemned 1 Ray. I Solemned the True Draco's card. He attempted to summon the Dynamite Knight. I was able to Solemn, and that kind of stopped his plays a little bit. So it's 40 cards. Changes, I'm probably gonna, like I said, take out the 1 field spell and put in the 1 Engage. I might take out, I'm not playing 2 table right now and not playing the Forged Barrel Goods. I'm gonna try this build out right now. Like I said, I went 3-1. I lost to True Draco first game in 3 in time, and I just couldn't do enough damage. So, but the other one, the draw was against the ABC Dragon. But again, in time, 2 kind of decks that can take a long time, especially with the new Nightmares. Side 2 Denko. So people kind of surprised that I played the Denko. Because what I'll do is I'll set my cards, my normal cards, and try to lock them out. Because if I go Denko, activate multi-rule, and then target Denko, I can get rid of it and make all my spells, can't respond to any of my spells. And then at the same time, you could also get rid of it with the field spell, the search. So activate 3 search, but I feel like Denko is really good. Mirror match 2. Make them use a judgment if they have to, if they don't know. My Spice card, Trap Eater, helps put a 4 on board. It's dark. It's also a tuner, so I could go into Sci-Fi plays with this and Ray. If I already have the token one, banish 1 from their field. Anti-spell is one of the most annoying cards. Altergeist also. Play a continuous spell. So, with the new rolling on the Altergeist card too, makes this a lot more viable since it equips it to that card. So you can eat the Altergeist spell, and then special summon this. Like I said, it's dark, it's 4, so I can make Beetles. Probably wouldn't do that. But Sapphire Omega is definitely plausible in this. One mind control. 3 mind control. It's at 3, and I feel like it's one of the most underrated cards. This card's so good. Helps you break so many boards, and then you can mind control anything. Like, if they don't have the answer for the Mechaba, then you can mind control the Mechaba, steal it, and then you have nothing but spells. Mirror, and then I play the one trap and then the monsters. So I feel like that's insane play, stealing the Mechaba. Steal the ABC Dragon if they can't chain to it. It also forces people to do other plays. If they don't have a complete Nightmare board, helps you lock onto that. Crystal Wing, anything. Yeah, 3 evenly matched. It's evenly matched, what to say. Pick it up when it comes out in thins, what everyone should do. Do the D-Barriers. Pendulum matchup might be tough. D-Barrier kind of shuts that down real quick. Also can hit the ABC Buster Dragon from hitting the field. Double Chairs. Probably going to take it up to 3. I just can't find my other one right now. But 2 works almost as good as 3. Of course, got a ton of chariot targets since you only summon the main 6 monsters here. Mirror Match can win you games. Card that I'm going to try out is 3 Royal Decree. So, Altergeist, this destroys any plays that they could have. Play 1 trap, and I could just side out the 1 warning. Or I can just have it and then try to play around it. Royal Decree, negate all the trap card effects on the field. So it doesn't hit in Graves, so Trickstar doesn't hit that hard, but that's fun. Because I play Call by the Grave. So I could banish whatever they target anyway. But it works fairly well. Magic Bullets, it would be good against too. I saw one today and it made me think that it's a good deck, just maybe not as consistent as it should be. Also for the true Draco magic. So I can hit the skill drain. That's a big reason why I lost game 2. Was because of skill drain. He ended up using it 3 times on me. 1 skill drain that I was able to eat with Trap Eater, mix that for Omega, banish a card. And then he got the Monarch Erupt trap, and he was tributing, so kind of killed my plays and slowed me down. But Royal Decree. Actually, that basic 3 Kagari. It's the fire one, so these are each once per turn. You can only summon one of either the fire, summon 1 fire, 1 water every turn. If this is a special summon, target 1 Spy Striker. Spell card in your hand, add it to your hand. And this one gains attack per 100 attack per spell. The water. 1 non-water. So the only monsters we have right now are Ray, which is dark, and the Token, which is dark. So you can make it off of these. The wind one's coming hopefully soon. And that just helps you put more into space, so you don't have to go into this to go into that to go into the other ones. This lets you, at the end phase, add 1 Sky Striker spell card that is not in your graveyard. So, keeping track of what's in your graveyard, very important. Because if you have Engage, you want to search Engage, you can't. If you have Widow Anchor, you can't. How many copies of each card? Cool thing is if you have multi-rule in this, they're both end phase, so you can choose 1, 2, right? So make multi-rule. Set the ones that you want to be able to search. Like Engage or Widow Anchor. That way you can search it with Shizuku. Linkuriboh. So, their token is a level 1. So you can make Linkuriboh with it. just a good play. The Utopia package. So sometimes with back row, if I can't get rid of it, or I can't play around it per se, or if there's a monster too big, I can make the Utopia package. Like I said, I can eat one off of Trap Eater, and I can normal summon Ray, or add Ray, or I've had double Trap Eater in hand, and they flipped Anti-Spell and Skill Drain, and I ate both of them. So make Utopia. Basically, it's only the basic package. And like I said, you can get rid of it with the Field Spell or the Mind Tower roll also. It just helps put extra damage on board, sometimes out difficult monsters. Underclock Taker. Made a late game. Famata Kagari's, Ori, and Shizuku's. And I got Widow Anchors in my control still. I never try to leave my opponent with any monsters that I steal. Sometimes I have to, sometimes I truly try not to, unless I can't have to. So I take Underclock Taker. It's just 2 effects, so most monsters are effect monsters. Just link out, and then it's effects relevant if I'm pushing for damage. If I had multiple Widow Anchors and I chained them in succession, push for some damage. And then linking out also frees up their space, so you could still activate your spells. The one side frame, since I could make it, could also you keep it on all the way to your opponent's standby phase. If you don't banish it immediately, you can add back one of your banished spells. So if you use an Engage or Widow Anchor and it got banished, you can add it back and then wait for your opponent to activate something and hopefully push off and able to do plays. One Borreload, I ended up making it. I ended up Widow Anchoring, using my token, and mind controlling. So mind control, Widow Anchor, and then I Hornet Nest. Made 4 monsters. I did push as much damage as I could, and then I linked with his 2 monsters, and then made the Borreload and just sat on it for a couple turns. Deco Talker. Same kind of thing. Just one less in case I only took like 1 monster and I had 2. And then my Cherries target, I got 1 Dante, 1 Buster, and 1 Double Helix. I might take Deco Talker and Borreload out, maybe my Utopia package, and just make a bunch of cherry targets. Kind of see what the meta is going for, what the plan at locals. But yeah, so I went 2-1-1. My only loss was to True Draco in Game 3. They just activated every 3 turns in a row. They activated the Seal Drain, and I just couldn't get over it. And then my tie was in ABC Dragons. I beat ABC Dragons, and then I ended up beating 1 Sky Striker deck. Mirror match. So that's it right now. Probably gonna play this deck a while. I really enjoy it. Pretty cool looking. A lot of different combos. Big things, advice I have is to keep track of how many cards you have in grave. So I had 3 different dice. End up getting like 12 or 13 different spells engraved, so I just have 2 die on there just to let me know, so I don't have to keep looking back and forth after I add or subtract to my hand from the deck, so I know how many spells, so I know how powerful it is. Put another die on multi-roll if it was on the field to know how many times I activated spells to start check your spells, so I could set that many at the end phase. It just helped me go quicker because I didn't go in at a time my deck doesn't do a lot of damage. Well, that's it. I'll be posting up maybe updates to my deck and then how I've been doing with this and maybe what other people are playing. Relevant news.